All right, let's calculate out all these things with the numbers. If you haven't watched the part one of this video, make sure you do that before getting to this one. What I've done is I have kind of cleaned up a little bit and rewritten, just kind of moved our equations over a bit here. You can put the numbers in whenever you want. I like to do the numbers at the very end because numbers are not my friend. So what I think I'm going to do is just kind of start writing out all of this, you know, bad math basically is what it is. So this is going to be F31 plus F32. And so I can just start writing these things out. K, Q1, Q. I can tell you that I made a mistake. This is going to be Q3, 1. I got the other one correct. Sorry about that. That means the last video is wrong. Hopefully you weren't too confused about that. Q3, Q2. And then all over A squared root of 2 cubed, A I hat. And then I think I'm just going to write all this out. K, Q3, Q2 over A squared root of 2 cubed, A J hat. And then to that, I'm going to be adding in, right, F32 goes in right here. That's going to be KQ3Q2 all over A cubed, A I hat. And I am now in full math mode, right, which means I'm making a ton of mistakes and have no idea what I'm doing. But I can see right away, right, that I can factor out several things, okay? First thing I factor out is a K. Don't need that. There is an A cubed in every denominator, and then there is an A in every numerator. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel those, and we get our A squared back. What is that going to leave me here with? Well, I'm left with Q3, Q2 all over 2 to the 3 halves, right? That's square root of 2 cubed, plus I hat, and then Q3, Q2 all over 2 to the 3 halves J hat, plus Q3, Q2 all over 1 times I hat. Now, of course, we need to get the I hats together. There's no other J hat terms. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got K over A squared. And let's see here. This is going to be the I hats. Q3, Q2. Oh, I can also take out a, no, I can't. All over 2 to the 3 halves plus Q3. Man, I am just making mistakes all over the place, aren't I? These aren't 2s. These are 1s. There we go. See how easy it is to get these subscripts messed up here? Q1, Q1. All right. I think now I'm in good shape. Yep. Except I gotta fix this one. Q1. I could probably go back and re-record this video, but I'm not going to. I think it's good for you to be seeing my mistakes so that you know to catch them for yourself. Q3, Q1, all over 2 to the 3 halves, J hat, right? Again, I'm guessing a lot of you would have put numbers probably in at this point or at this point and gone for it, but again, you do you, I'm going to do me. So now I am forced to put in numbers at this point, right? Yeah, I better do it right here. So K is 8.99 times 10 to the 9 in proper SI units. A is equal to 0.1, so I got to square that. right? And I'm going to have I hat, and I'm going to have Q3, which is 5 times 10 to the minus 6. Always put standard units in, right? You get standard units in, you get standard units out, which means that if I put all the charges in coulombs and not microcoulombs, I'm going to get newtons out for the force and not some weird unit. So it's 5 times 10 to the minus 6. And then Q1 is also 5 times 10 to the minus 6. So I'm just going to square that over 2 to the 3 halves plus Q3, 5 times 10 to the minus 6, times Q2, and this is where we need to be careful. Q2 is a negative charge, right? So minus 2 times 10 to the minus 6 coulombs. So that's that. And then again, I have Q3, Q1, which is going to be 5 times 10 to the minus 6 squared over 2 to the 3 halves. J hat, right? And lucky me, I've run out of room here. But if I can squeeze it in, what I got when I put all these things into my calculator is I got negative 1.05 I hat plus 7.95 J hat. All right, what is this telling us right here? Okay, well, it's telling us that the force, the net force, okay, on charge 3 is pointed in the negative x, positive y direction. Does that make sense? Well, let's take a look at it, right? If we add this vector to this vector, it should come as no surprise that we're going to get some net vector, right? That points up in the negative x, positive y direction. And indeed, that's what we got down there. So I'm really liking the result that I got here. So make sure to go back and check. But as you can see, by putting in the negative charge, it flipped the direction of this force and everything worked out okay. Be forewarned, if you're using the books method or the force vector method, you do have to put negative and positive signs on your unit, on your vectors, checking the directions that those components are all pointing. If you use the rvector method, you don't have to do any of that. You write down rvector, and then you just make sure to put in negatives and positive signs on the charges, and you'll be good to go.